Everybody's been staring at 8,000 watch hours and no one's paying attention to the door that's been open this whole time. In this video, I'm going to talk about what fan funding is and how to get paid for the videos you make, how much I made from fan funding in my first year and in the last year, and what your other options are to getting paid besides YouTube. So if you haven't been paying attention, in the last week and a half or so, YouTube changed the rules that are required to get monetized with ad revenue. It used to be, or actually it still is, 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers that you need. But on February 1st, that 4,000 watch hours is doubling to 8,000 hours. I've gone ahead and made videos where I tried to explain just how much you would actually get paid at 4,000 hours and 8,000 hours and tried to explain that it's really not that much. And I got a lot of pushback. A lot of people saying, well, look, it's really not about how much money. It's the fact that if I can make any amount of money, then it's kind of validating, and also getting monetized was a milestone that I had. And I totally get that argument, but the milestone argument. But if your argument is, I just want to get paid something, it doesn't have to be much, then this doesn't affect you. The door that you need to walk through has always been open. and that is at 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, you can get monetized. That's when you can join the YPP or YouTube Partner Program, and it allows you to earn money from fan funding. What is that? Well, it's actually how I made my first dollar on YouTube. And what fan funding includes are things like super chats, super thanks, and super stickers. Let's call them supers. They all get unlocked at 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, as do memberships. Super chats are when you do a live stream and somebody decides to give you a tip. Usually in exchange for a question that they ask and they want answered, they can leave a super chat. Okay, and they can decide how much money they're going to leave you as a tip, and you get paid for that. A super thanks is you can add a thanks button or a thank you button at the bottom of your videos, your regular videos, not live streams. And when people click that, they are able to donate or give you a tip. Super stickers are also back in live streams, similar to super chats, but they don't leave a message. It's just they send a sticker. And again, it's just kind of a fun way to leave a tip. And then the last one is memberships. That's where you're able to set up membership tiers and then offer things like members only videos or members only live streams. And you can charge a premium for people to become members, and only they will have access to the special content that you upload for them. And with memberships, you get to decide how much to charge. But with YouTube fan funding, YouTube keeps a cut of all of these. So all the supers and the memberships, YouTube keeps 30% of whatever it is you earn or whatever it is people pay you. YouTube gets 30% and they'll pay you 70%. And it still follows the same rules as before, and that is you have to have earned at least $100 before you get a payout. So if at the end of a month your balance is not at least $100, your balance will roll over to the next month and then you'll get paid then. A quick word about the sponsor of today's video, 1 of 10. I've been spending more time on my videos up front before recording them, and one of the tools I've been using is 1 of 10. What I like about this is it lets me see what's actually working, so I'm not guessing as much. Instead of going out, filming a video, editing it, and then finding out it doesn't land, I'll use 1 of 10 to search for outliers first. With 1 of 10, I can easily see what's performing in my niche, and it helps me with a topic I might want to explore in my next videos. I also use the idea generator, which gives me ideas based on what's been working on my channel. I don't use the thumbnails it creates for me, although you can. I just use those as awesome ideas for making my own thumbnails. And once I've got the idea dialed in, I then use the title generator to help me come up with the perfect title for my video. There's also a dedicated thumbnail generator, which is fantastic at creating great looking thumbnails. But for me, the real value right now is just making better decisions before I go out and film anything. Because if your idea doesn't grab attention right away, it's probably not getting clicked. So 1of10.com. I'll leave a link below if you want to give it a shot, and you'll get your first month for $1. All right, let's get back to the video. How much can you earn from fan funding? That's going to depend. That's going to depend on your channel, on your audience, you know, how much money your audience has, who you're trying to reach, what your channel's about, what your videos are about, how often you go live, whole bunch of things. I can tell you how much I made in my first year. And again, this was my first dollar. The first dollar I ever made was actually a super thanks on a video that I made. I earned like $1.40. So what does that work out to? I guess they left a $2 tip. But still, it was cool. And I earned that when I had I was not, like I didn't have the 4,000 hours. I think I was at like 2,700 hours. No, I would have been over 3,000. Anyways, it was well before the 4,000 watch hours. It was, I'm going to say 2 to 3 months before I got fully monetized for the ad revenue at 4,000 hours. So for my first year, and I wrote it down here, my first year monetized fan funding numbers, I earned $284 from Super Chats. I do a lot of live streams. I live stream every week, and I even did back then. So $284 for the year, Super Chats, $249 for memberships. That was the year that I set up memberships. $103 from Super Thanks, and $24 from Super Stickers, for a total of $660. That was my first year monetized with fan funding. In the last year, just for comparison purposes, so my channel is now over 100,000 subscribers. My first year, I think I was at maybe 3,000 subscribers, so quite a difference. $21 from Super Stickers, $74 from Super Thanks, $554 from Super Chats, and $2,280 from memberships, for a total of $2,929. That is in the last year. So that's not nothing. I mean, it's a lot less than what I make from the ad revenue, but you know, nobody ever said it wasn't going to be. The ad revenue monetization is always going to be more. But again, if your argument is you just want to earn something, this door is still open for you. But it's not the only door either. More and more people are looking at alternative ways to earn money through their YouTube channel. And I'm not even going to talk about coaching, selling products, or courses or anything like that. Other revenue streams, which I do talk about a lot. But if you just want to stick with the fan funding, there's a couple of websites that you could take a look at. One is Patreon, and another one is Buy Me a Coffee. Actually, a third one is ko-fi.com. So I don't know if you pronounce that coffee or ko-fi, but it's very similar to Buy Me a Coffee. Actually, all three of those are very similar. They allow you to set up basically tip jars where people can leave you a tip. Join your Patreon, they'll say, or have a look at my Buy Me a Coffee page, where you can go and basically leave a tip. $5 tip allows you to buy a coffee, for example. But these sites allow you to do more than just that. You can set up memberships with these sites as well, so that people can pay so much a month. And you can give them things in exchange for those memberships. I'm not going to get into too much detail here. You can take a look. I'll leave links to those sites down below. And I'm not affiliated with any of them. There's one big pro to using those services and one big con. It's a trade-off. So the pro is they don't keep 30% like YouTube does. If you use YouTube's fan funding, YouTube keeps 30% and you only get 70. With these other alternatives, you get paid a whole lot more. I don't know exactly what the percentage is, but I'm going to say it's something like 5% or less is what they keep, and you get the rest. So that's a big pro. Now the con is that there's a little bit of added friction in that you have to send people off of YouTube to basically leave you a tip. So in other words, you would leave a link in the description of your video or your live stream that says, you know, if you enjoyed this, if you want to help me out, then here's a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page, or here's a link to my Patreon. Go join my Patreon. I'll upload members only videos there, right? So a little bit of friction that way. If people don't want to click off of YouTube, they may not do that. So that's the trade-off. Now, something else you can do with those sites or those options is you can set up a store, like a shop, and that would allow you to sell digital products without having to set up like another payment system, right? They become your payment system, and you can sell whatever through those sites. One more benefit to using those other options and not using YouTube is you don't even need the 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours that you need for YouTube's fan funding, right? You can start with 0 subscribers. You can start before you even have a YouTube channel. You can use a Patreon site or a Buy Me a Coffee site without YouTube at all if you wanted to. But I talk about YouTube, so let's just assume you have a YouTube channel. Yeah, you don't have to wait. You can set that up today. I think I had like close to 3,000 subscribers before I got my first fan funding payment. And that was exciting, that was cool. But again, it's not nearly as much as you will earn once you are fully monetized and able to earn from ad revenue. That's where the bigger money is. But again, like I said in my previous videos, even that is not a ton of money. You know, anyway, I'm not going to go through that again. If you want my thoughts on those, check out those other videos. So where are you at? Where are you in your journey? How many subscribers do you have? How many watch hours do you have? Are you considering Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or something else that I might not have mentioned? I'd love to know. I'm also going to be talking more about this on Tuesday in my next live stream. The last live stream this past week was my largest attended live stream ever, by the way. So if you were there, thank you. And that's pretty exciting. You were part of that. A lot of people showed up. So looking to keep building on that. My name is Rob. If you're new here, welcome. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, then welcome back. It's good to see you again. And yeah, I hope to see you in the live on Tuesday. And if not, or even before that, I might even have another video about Monday. We will see. Anyways, hope you have a great day, great weekend, and I'll see you next time.